Hey, what's up everybody? ZkiMade here with a review for the movie It.
Hiya, Georgie. What a nice boat. Do you want it back?
Yes, please.
You look like a nice boy. Do you want a balloon too, Georgie?
And let's just jump right into it. So, at the director's helm, you have Andy Muschietti, and I hope I'm saying that right, Andy Muschietti. And he's directed a previous film called Mama. If you haven't seen it, it's really good. More of a under-the-radar kind of film. You have Bill Skarsgård playing Pennywise, and he does a great job. And, this is going to be spoiler-free, but if you do just want, my basic opinion, I think it's really good and you should go and see it. Now, for all the children, you have a whole bunch of good kid actors. There's a few weaklings on the team of, they were a little more cheesy than the others, but overall, it's a great cast. And I think this movie does three things really well, just knocks them out of the park. First, you have realism. This is kind of hard to explain. Hear me out. So you guys remember the movie Get Out?
So you guys coming up from the city?
Yeah, we're just heading up for the weekend.
Can I see your license, please?
He wasn't driving.
I didn't ask who was driving. I asked to see his ID.
One of the things I thought it did really well is realism. I felt like I could turn down a random street and end up in that town. And when I was watching it felt that way. It felt like Pennywise could be here. He felt he was grounded in reality. There was never editing tricks where he was somewhere in two places. There was never editing tricks where he was chasing somebody and then he shows up in front of them. There's none of that. And I think when they ground a character in reality like that, it actually makes it really scary because you feel like he's there. You feel his presence on screen. Next thing I think it does really well is characters. So I touched on this a little bit in the beginning. Bill Skarsgård kills it with Pennywise. He does these weird head bobs and weird dancing things. He's just a really good actor. Side note, Bill Skarsgård almost became a doctor. The child actors, they all did really well. I think everyone's going to gravitate towards one child actor in this film. I'm Richie. If you want to know how annoying I was as a kid, watch this film and just picture me as Richie. Because, man, that kid is me to a T.
Where's the poison ivy? Nowhere. Okay, well, I'm starting to get itchy, and I'm pretty sure this is not
Do you
good
use
for
the
my...
same bathroom as your mother?
Sometimes, yeah.
Then you probably have crabs.
That's so not funny.
The movie has a lot of that. Good humor. It talks how kids would talk. When I say realism, the movie focuses on how kids would handle this situation. Last thing I think it does really well is fear. And it shows each kid what they're afraid of. Pennywise feeds on fear. And to have fear as a form of a character in this movie. In the beginning, you're afraid of Pennywise. And, I'm not going to ruin anything. But that fear dissipates towards the end. And you feel that the movie is getting to that. Overall, I think that fear is just another character in this film, And another character would be the town. And I think those two characters are alive in this film. I mean, it's creepy. I mean, overall, it's just a large sense of creepiness. Now, there is one thing I think the movie did mediocre and one thing I think the film did poorly. Now, first, on the mediocre part, don't end your film with the title Chapter 1 or with the title sequence Chapter 1, title card or whatever you call it. I don't like that. If I feel like you're universe building, I love a cinematic universe as much as the next person. I'm going to go see every Marvel movie, probably every DC movie. It just felt forced is what I'm trying to say. And the last thing that I think the film did poorly on, and I know I'm going to get a lot of crap for this, it felt too long. I never will complain about a movie being too long if it earns it. Lord of the Rings is long. But I'm going to sit down and watch the whole thing because it earns it. Now, it is a great movie and I recommend going to see it. But I wouldn't want to take a date to it. I don't want to sit through a 2 hour and 10 minute long horror movie minutes of advertisements, it's just it feels long. And I know if I'm at home, I'm not going to watch it over another movie strictly for that length. And I think that'll turn some people away. But overall, you guys, it's a great film. I recommend going to see it. You're not going to want to sleep with the lights out after you get home from it. And subscribe, like, and comment. There's going to be a channel update today along with 2 videos coming out after the channel update, either today or tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe for more content and check down below to see how you can follow me on social media.